We are on a beautiful walk. Here's a noise. Hold on, here comes a dog. Here it comes. Very vicious. Hello, puppy. Who's a cute little puppy? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a vicious guard dog. But baby, no, you can't meet all the dogs. There's dogs everywhere. Hi, baby. So vicious. Alright. Yesterday was terrible for me. Just very bad. Another IVIG sucks. I don't think my body is built for this. I don't know. My body is definitely built for being very sick. But I don't know how people love IVIG. I don't know. Maybe it's good to them. It hates me. So I don't know. It wasn't as bad as the first time with the meningitis. That was in my brain, my neck, and my whole spine. But this time, I got it in my neck. Like, I don't want to say I had meningitis this time, but it felt like the neck part felt exactly the same. And then it started to go down my spine as well, but it didn't affect my brain this time, so that's good. But, I don't know. So yesterday I slept for 14 hours, after my second day of IVIG, which was my last this time. It's kind of cold. It's like 50 degrees. 53. My nose is red. Like Rudolph. But, so they lowered my rate. They slowed down my rate by 30, which doesn't seem like enough. I don't know. I just am not a fan of this place for many, many, many reasons. But, this was my last visit there. I'm done with them. But look at these deer. I mean, not you, but me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna transfer all of my IVIG stuff to Texas Oncology. I already see a hematologist there for the last, a few years. So I think if anyone knows how to dose me on IVIG, it's going to be my hematologist because of all my blood clotting disorders, and I'm on blood thinners. And I've already had a pulmonary embolism. Like, these people put me at almost a rate of 100 my first time there. I don't know. It seems crazy to me. It was very fast for a first timer. But then they say, oh, some people are on 200. Well, I'm not that person, and you need to stop treating people like numbers because it's not okay. And this was a real conversation I had with them, but very frustrated about my first infusion with them because that didn't have to happen to me, and it was terrible. So bad that I thought I don't know that I thought I was going to die from the meningitis. It was more, I was in level 10 pain. And I've always reserved the number 10 for someday something really terrible is going to happen to me. And so I don't want to use level 10 all wish-washy, flim-flammy, I wanted to save it for something special. And this was the something, was having meningitis in your brain and spine and neck. So, I don't know. But not just because that happened to me. Other things occurred, lots of lying on their side. Just a lot of lying to your face. Anyway, so whatever. That was my last visit with them. But Thursday, so I went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday night to Thursday, I slept 14 hours. Pretty much through the night. I mean, I woke up a few times, but most of it very violently sleeping, very sweaty, very thrashy. So I left with flu-like symptoms, and then Thursday I spent, when I finally woke up at 1 or whatever it was, I spent on the couch laying down because my neck felt like it had meningitis, and my spine a bit too. But just the flu symptoms, and it wasn't a good time. So even with them lowering my rate by 30 points, which isn't a lot, they acted like it was a lot for me to ask them to do to lower it by 30. Sorry. I don't know what my body's like. I don't live in it every day, but please take my advice, especially when I didn't have to get men. Like, that shouldn't have happened at all. And it just upsets me that my first session with them could have been much different if they would have listened to me. I know they think they're the professionals, but the people that live in the bodies of the sick person are the professionals. No, I don't know how to administer IVIG, but I know what my body acts like and I know what it does. And I also read the instruction labels, and the black label on Bivigam, which is the one I get, says very boldly many times to never put a person that's had thrombosis or has a history of thrombosis anywhere past the minimum rate. So when I ask them, what's the minimum rate? They will never give me an answer. It's very shady. I believe the minimum rate's like 5 to 20 maybe. And then they lie to me and say 97 or whatever I was on isn't fast. But the internet says something totally different, and nurses that I speak to about it in IVIG groups say something totally different, you know? I don't know, I'm just venting at this point. It doesn't matter that I felt like I was dying and sent goodbye messages to people I love. That doesn't matter. But them getting me in and out of the chair is what matters to them. Even though one bag of that medicine that I get every time I go there is about $50,000. My insurance is covering it. And so that was my whole question when I had a whole argument with one of the nurses there on the phone. Why does it matter? Besides the fact that I don't currently have a job. If I did, I would take a week off work for this. But besides that simple fact, why do you need to rush everyone in and out of the chairs? Like, you're getting paid no matter what. But they like to leave at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. So it's just very frustrating. Anyway, I'm done with it. I will get past the season of anger and frustration and move on. But my second time, also still really a bust, and it was real crappy. Just not great at all. And do not recommend at all. I don't know. Maybe I just have too many diseases and it's just too much. Baby, don't step on those ants. I don't know really what the problem is. It's probably me, my stupid body, but I'm always very accepting of a medication, which is super rare, or my body completely rejects medication. So the ones I'm currently on, I'm good with. We're good, we're friends. And IVIG, generally it takes you time to get used to it, your body to acclimate. But for me, I just think and I told them, you're treating me like a number, and you shouldn't be treating anyone that goes to your facility like a number, because when you get to the point that you're on IVIG, it's like a last resort. And it honestly is. It's the gold standard of medicine. It's very expensive, insanely expensive, and I don't understand. This comes from donated plasma. People generously donate their plasma. I don't know if they're paid for it or whatever. I don't care. But they donate their plasma, and that's where I'm getting the medicine from. Is people with healthy immune systems donate their plasma, and it goes through this, scientific process to make sure it's clean and everything. Clean and proper, I don't know. And then it goes into people like me that are running out of options. So I'm not impressed with this facility, and I would never recommend it to anyone, even an enemy. I would not. But my specific nurse is very nice. But the other nurse that I argue with is not nice, and she is not a good person. And she doesn't listen. She's just one that just has to be right. She literally told the person that took me on Wednesday that she needed to leave, and I need to stop bringing people with me as companions. And I was like, are you... Like, if I wasn't already considering not going to them anymore, that would have been the final straw for me. But I was already done. I was already like, they're terrible. They're just terrible. They don't listen. They lie constantly. Like, unending lies. And and this could be a similar situation to when all my info gets transferred to Texas Oncology, which through my hematologist, I'm sure he can figure out my proper minimum dosage and give me a number. They always say, oh, it's impossible to tell you. Okay, well, should I call Bivigam and ask what the minimum dose? Like, that's your job, not mine. You should have an answer for your patients when they ask you questions like that, but you want to get them in and out of the chair so you can go home early. And I'm saying that from experience because I've been there for 5 days so far, and I know. They just want to leave, you know, when they leave, whatever, they open at 7 and close at 4, but they're out of there by 2:30 some days because their patients are gone. So that's, I don't know, this has turned into a whole thing because it's very fresh and I'm not over it, and I'm very upset. But it could just be that IVIG is not going to be good for me, and that's fine. I accept that. If the same kind of stuff happens with Texas Oncology, the people I trust, you know, and I'm not going to say the name of the place I currently go, but just honestly wouldn't recommend it to anyone. And I see people in there all day, and I'm like, they seem like they're doing good. I feel like I'm just not taking it well. I don't know, but I also don't take lies well. I don't take people that aren't genuine well, and nurses of all people should be very compassionate, caring, genuine, honest, open. I don't know if that's just my thought on the matter, but I don't want a jerk nurse that doesn't care about people. Like, their job is to care about people and take care of people and keep them alive and keep them comfortable, and there's lots of other things that are their job, but that's part of it. I was not comfortable. And I suffered a lot because of them, because of the choices they made when I asked them specifically not to make those choices. But they assured me that they were right and they knew what my optimal rate was. That was the first time, and I got meningitis and I felt like I was dying. And I sent goodbye messages to people. That's how bad it was. But second time, not as bad, but still pretty terrible. Slept for 14 hours, then spent the rest of the day on the couch, being awake and a ton of pain. Level 9 pain, I won't give it a 10. Level 9 pain, 8 to 9. But my tramadol, my pain doctor prescribed tramadol. It did nothing for the pain in my neck and my spine. And then I also had the flu symptoms on top of it. But today is Friday. That was Thursday yesterday. I'm feeling much more lively. And the flu symptoms are much better. The pain is different, but better. My bones hurt and stuff, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes with, I'm not having any more appointments with them, and I'm just going to wait till everything gets transferred to the new place and see how it goes. Hopefully they'll not treat me like a number. We'll see. If they do, then I'm done with IVIG, you know, but hopefully since they work with, it will be through my hematologist, and he knows my blood clotting disorders, he knows my history, so he is not gonna rush my rate. If anyone's not gonna rush my rate, it's him, because he's not gonna risk me getting a clot or killing me, but they will. So just as long as they can get you in and out. And please stop bringing your guests with you, because you should be comfortable at this point. I'm never going to be comfortable with you people, first of all. But how dare you tell the person that came with me to leave? Are you kidding me? How dare you? Really, just the audacity of that woman. And this is the same woman that I had an hour conversation with on the phone, that wanted to argue about everything with me. And I literally had to say, I'm the patient. I'm the one that suffered through meningitis, not you. So please listen to me. I'm never going to go back to 90 again. Oh, we'll get you there. No, I'm telling you, I'm never going to. Never. Why don't you listen? Never are you going to do that to me again. Anyway, I have to get over it at some point, but I don't know. I just needed to vent about it, because I really expected this time to be a lot better, because they lowered my rate. They lowered my dose. And they lowered my dose by 10. They lowered my rate by 30, which isn't enough. But maybe this just isn't the medicine for me, and I'll find out for sure when I switch to a different infusion site, or maybe it's just them. But we'll see how it goes anyway. Sorry for complaining. That's what's happened. Alright, bye.